Hey, good looking. I'm so glad that you came to my kitchen today to sit there and see what we have cooking. Grab a hold of that vine, swing right on in my kitchen, and let's get cooking. Good looking. Today, we're gonna be prepared and not scared. We're gonna sit there and can up our very own Pedialyte. So be sure to grab a hold of that vine and swing right on in my kitchen so we can get cooking. Good looking. Well, hey there, good looking. I'm so glad that you came to my kitchen today because I'm going to sit there and show you how to be prepared and not scared this cold and flu season amongst the COVID-19 that we're all going through. Now, my fear is that there's going to be a shortage of Pedialyte, and just in case there is, I want to sit there and show each and every one of yous out there in YouTube land how you can be prepared and not scared and make your very own. So let's go ahead and jump right on into our Pedialyte recipe. Now, you may sit there and see we have Jello out, and this one's the berry blue. We have the all pink strawberry Starburst Jello, and we have the Starburst cherry Jello. So any type of Jello would work. You choose what flavor you want to do. You're going to be needing some sugar, and we're also going to be needing some salt. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. And oh yeah, we're going to be needing 4 cups of water. So I'm going to gather the 4 cups of water and we'll be right back. Grab a half teaspoon, and you're going to need half teaspoon of salt. Then we're going to sit there and need 2 teaspoons sugar. So let's go ahead. I have to grab my half teaspoon and measure that out. Okay, and then to that, you're going to be needing half of a teaspoon of whatever Jello flavor you want for your Pedialyte. Well, I know when I'm sick, I would be choosing the red. So I'm going to be making up the red because I'm usually the sucker in this family that always gets the flu. And that's because I have one of them compromised immune systems. So this is more for me. So I'm doing one of my favorite flavors, and that's cherry. And like I said, we're gonna need half of a teaspoon of the cherry Jello. Oh man, if you could just smell this cherry Starburst Jello. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna add a half of a teaspoon. Now I'm gonna grab a spoon and we're gonna give that all a good mix. I grab myself a spoon. Go ahead, mix everything up. Now, let's decide what size of a jar you're going to can yours up in. You can can yours up in a 4-ounce jelly jar, an 8-ounce canning jar, a 12-ounce canning jar, or the 16-ounce. I'm gonna choose 16 ounce. Now I wanted mine to have a little bit more flavor, so I went ahead and I added half of a teaspoon more than what I showed when I did add. So in all actuality, there is 1 teaspoon of the cherry jello mixture inside this. Okay, I'm just gonna throw my pot holder down, place my canning jar on top, and I'm gonna grab a canning lid, canning rings, and then we'll be right back to fill up our jar. Right. Now, let's transfer our funnel over to this next jar. Let me get another pot holder down. Okay. Let's put a little bit more in this one. A little bit more in this one. And always, 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 always wipe off the rim of your jars. Now I have a piece of paper toweling that I dipped right into vinegar, and this is our very last chance to see if there's any breaks in your canning jar or any nicks that may be up on the top of your canning jar. So we're just gonna sit there and run that all around. Now grab your canning lid, place your canning lid on, grab a canning ring, and finger tighten it on. Okay, it's water bath time. Now, if you were canning up the 4-ounce jelly jars, or the 8-ounce canning jar, or even the 12-ounce canning jar, your processing time would be 10 minutes. But because I'm doing the 16-ounce jars, my processing time would be 15 minutes in a hot water bath canner. So let's get canning. And now I'm going to sit there and just bring you in to show you. There's our jars of the homemade cherry Pedialyte. Okay, my canner has come up to a full rolling boil. Now, seeing that I can these in pint jars, we gotta process these for 15 minutes. I'll see you at the end of the timing process. And here they are, taken all out of our electric hot water fresh tech water bath canner. Now, I'm just gonna leave these sit on the paper toweling on my counter for 24 hours undisturbed. Then I'm gonna come back the next day, remove the rings and wash the jars and put them up on my pantry shelf. And when flu season hits, I know I have some homemade Pedialyte that I can quickly bring out and help one of my family members rehydrate. So, if you liked what you saw here today, please go up, hit that subscribe button, tap that little bell. That way you'll always be notified every time I do put out a new video. And as always, here's to happy canning, but better yet, happy eatins'. Now, if you want to can yours up, here's a recipe to make your very own.